If you plan to study in Canada, securing admission into a university or college is only the first step in your international student journey. Before you start packing your bags, you need to qualify for a Canadian study permit. In addition to standard documentation such as your school's letter of acceptance and proof that you have sufficient funds, you may also need to submit a statement of purpose, SOP, or letter of explanation as part of your study permit application. For more interesting videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now, let's talk about 8 tips for writing a great SOP for your Canadian student visa application. 1. Plan your SOP outline well. Before drafting your SOP, create a structure to ensure you don't miss any key information. Use subheadings to separate each essential point outlined above, so the visa officer can easily find what they're looking for. Keep the word limit in mind and make a mental note of how long each section should be. 2. List your academic and professional experience in reverse chronological order. When you talk about your past educational credentials and work experience, list them in order, from the most recent to the oldest. This will give the visa officer a better idea of your academic and career path and how it relates to the study program you've chosen. Be sure to address any significant gaps in your education or work history. 3. Focus on achievements that align with your study program. Including some relevant academic or professional achievements can demonstrate your commitment, merit, and interest in the field. Where possible, use specific examples to make your case. For instance, statements like, "I was top of my class in mathematics and scored 93% in my Class 12 examination," can help a visa officer understand your interest in a bachelor's program in the subject. 4. Avoid using technical jargon. Your SOP should be easy to understand, even by someone who isn't an expert in your field of study. Avoid using abbreviations and technical terms that a layperson would be unfamiliar with. 5. Don't lie on your statement of purpose. Lying or exaggerating facts on your SOP is a big no-no and will result in your study permit being rejected. Visa officers will also have the other documents you submit and will catch inaccuracies or omissions. Plus, if you're called in for a visa interview later on, you may be asked to substantiate the claims you make on your SOP. 6. Write your SOP in English, or French. Write your SOP in English unless you're applying to a study program that will be delivered in French. Visa officers will also evaluate your language skills based on your SOP, so make sure it's well written using vocabulary and grammar skills that match your IELTS band. 7. Write your SOP yourself. Your statement of purpose is your chance to tell your story, explain shortfalls in your application, and your reasons for wanting a Canadian study permit. Never outsource the writing of your SOP to someone else. Even if their language skills are better than yours, it's unlikely they'll be able to convey your motivations for studying in Canada better than you. Keep it original and don't plagiarize content written by someone else. If you do, it will adversely impact your chances of getting a student visa. 8. Proofread before you send your SOP. Spend time proofreading your statement of purpose and correct any spelling and grammar mistakes you spot. You can also ask family or friends to review your SOP before you submit your study permit application to make sure it's well structured and coherent. Although your SOP plays a role in whether your study permit application is approved, don't let this process stress you out. Most Canadian study permit applications get approved, provided no essential documentation is missing or incorrect. Make sure your SOP makes a compelling, honest case for why you should receive a study permit and covers all the key aspects a visa officer will look for, and you will soon be on your way to study in Canada. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do your own research before writing your SOP.